All right, guys, hello and happy Monday. Okay, so the title today I thought was kind of fun with Hocus Pocus, Let's Focus. First and foremost, going into Magic Week, and then with Halloween, I wanted to do kind of like a spooky theme with it because, you know, I'm all about a theme. So did you guys have your piece of paper and your pen? We're going to start with like the fun little activity that I want to do first. And there is going to be a prize attached to this. So just know that it's a shirt. So anyway, okay. So being a teacher, I like to do, with my first graders, I would do listening activities. So this is going to be kind of a listening activity. So you're going to have to listen, close your eyes, and just listen with your ears. All right. So close your eyes, no peeking, don't cheat. You will have to send this picture afterwards too in the Rise Up chat. And you're going to have to show us after you're done so I can see and screenshot that you don't cheat. I know some of us are perfectionists and we'll go back in and scribble some little things because I know I was that. I'll be like, oh, I'm going to add this little thing and make it look cute because I really want that shirt. Anyway, okay, so close your eyes. Get your paper in front of you. And the first thing I want you to draw is a circle. It can be big, small, however you want it to be. So draw a circle. And then on top of, or on the top part of the circle, draw 2 triangles. And then in the middle of the circle, draw an upside down triangle. Don't have your eyes open, don't cheat. Cheryl, was your eyes open? I thought they were. And then on the bottom part of the circle, draw an oval. All right, open your eyes and look at your paper. Do you guys know what we drew or tried to draw? Yeah.
A pumpkin?
Yes, a pumpkin. A pumpkin. So everyone show me yours in the screen so I can take just like a quick picture for fun. And we'll go from there if I can get a picture of it. Anyone that participated. If you didn't, that's fine too. But I'm going to take a screenshot. All right, 3, 2, 1. All right. Okay, and you can add a stem to that now that I've taken a picture. Add a stem because that will drive me nuts if you don't add a stem to it. Okay, so there is a reason we started with a fun activity because focusing can be fun. Work can be fun. Plexus can be fun. Your job can be fun. And so it's all, I feel like, how we approach it. And so that's kind of what we're going to talk about tonight with talking about focusing. So I made some notes here, and I'm going to kind of just tell you briefly my focusing tips and what I do when I work to have fun, but also focus and get the work done. Okay, so they're my tips. You might do them too. You might not do them. You might pick up on some of these and then do them after this. And you might also hear these and think you are wacko, and that is okay too. So tonight, the first tip, what I like to start with when I'm having fun and focusing is first, when I sit down to work, the very first thing I do is I create content. So I always start with a reel. I always, I'm like, let's start with a reel. I want to, focus on me, focus on my niche, because if you're doing your niche and it's something you enjoy, then it's going to be fun. So that's something fun that I start with. And then once I'm done creating that reel, I just save it as a draft. And then I go in and do that winning worksheet. And then I loop back to it, because if you're doing the winning worksheet right, after you add some friends, after you comment and like and do all those things, then they're going to see your posts and stuff. So then you throw up the reel after you do all those things. So that's kind of what I like to start off with. So I start my work with a reel, save it as a draft, and then come back to it after I've done some of the winning worksheet day. Okay. Number 2 is I figure out where I want to work that day. Okay. So it could be a coffee shop. So for me, it's a little bit different because I'm a stay-at-home mom now, whereas last year and all, well, I've only done Plexus now for 2 years, but it was a little different because I was a teacher. So it could be outside. Maybe you have a little time at recess or at your lunch break. It could be in the car line. It could be at a park. It could be late at night in your bed. Okay. So figure out where you want to work and then just be intentional with that. And that's what is such a blessing about Plexus, I feel like, is because you can do it anywhere and how you want to do it as well. Okay. And then number 3, I have set the tone for your work, for focusing and having some fun. Light a candle. For me, I light a candle always when I start work. It just makes the room smell good. It sets the vibe. Like right now, I got a candle going. It's just what I do. It's a vibe for me, and it just makes me feel more at ease. I turn on either some Christian music or sometimes I turn on some gangster rap. It just depends on what I'm feeling that day. And for you, you could put on some earbuds. Maybe it's quiet time. Maybe you need a little break from your children and you just need to go outside, sit in your space or sit in your certain chair and work. And when I say set the tone for your work, that can be working for 15 minutes and then coming back to it later. It doesn't all have to be at once, get your work done. And we'll come back to that here in just a little bit. And then number 4 tip I have is to hydrate. I'm always, when I'm working, sipping on something. Now, it doesn't have to be water and it doesn't have to be our signature hydrate. It could be a mocktail. It could be wine. It could be coffee. It could be anything, but just fueling your body with something to drink or having something to drink is also just good, I guess, or it feels good, or, you don't have to constantly get up and go run and get a drink. Sometimes you have to refill, but that's what I like to do. And then number 5, take breaks. If you are one that, which I've had to learn this, I'm still speaking to myself on this. Sometimes when I sit down to work, I sit down and I work and I don't get up until that work is done. And sometimes I catch myself 2.5 hours later and I'm like, whoa, I didn't even get up to go to the bathroom. And so now I have really started to time block things and say, okay, after 20-25 minutes, get up, go to the bathroom, take a little walk around the house. So take breaks, get up and take a walk around your neighborhood. And don't multitask. Don't multitask. I did this for a long time as well. I know I've only done it for 2 years. Some of you that have done it 7, 5, 9 years, you're going to be like, yeah, I used to multitask too. And sometimes you still multitask. And that's okay. But if you want to focus on that 15 minutes, you're trying to get a post up, like someone's posts and add 2 friends, then do that. Because if you're multitasking, sometimes you start just going down the funnel of, oh my gosh, I just sat here for another extra 15 minutes. I didn't even get what I wanted to get done. So try not to multitask too much. And then remember your why you're doing this in the first place. So those are kind of like my 5 focus tips, and something that those things are like my go-tos when I'm trying to set the tone for focusing on my work. If you guys have any questions, chip in. Okay, and so then I wrote on here, I said, yes, it is work. Plexus is work. Okay, guys. If you want to achieve a certain rank, or if you want more than $100, $200, $500 a month, you're going to want to push, you're going to want to work harder, you're going to want to help more and more and more people. And for me now, it's an adrenaline rush when I work. It's like, oh, I added 1. Okay, let's get 1 more. I can get 1 more. And I just constantly tell myself that. And so pep talking yourself and having those positive affirmations like you would your kids, do that to yourself. Maybe you need to write it in on your mirror. I know with my son, that's the older one now, Jax, we tell him constantly, you are brave, you are smart, you are valued, and tell yourself that. Okay. But don't put so much pressure on ourselves. And I'm talking to myself here because I put a ton of pressure on myself. Like when I knew that the Nikes were an incentive this month, I was like, I'm getting those Nikes. And when they said you could get 2, I'm like, I'm getting 2. And that's just the type of work ethic I have. I will not fall short of that usually. Now there is life and there's seasons and there's situations you cannot help sometimes. But if you are driven, you are focused, and you do the work that we actually have lined out for us with the winning day, then you can achieve those things. Okay. And then just remember to have fun with it and remember your why, like I said before. Okay. And I was talking to Rachel earlier about this. I was just kind of running through some things that I was going to talk about because that's how I roll as well. I'm like, okay, let you just hear what I'm going to kind of, I gave her a brief rundown basically. And we kind of chatted about focusing on the activity and not always the outcome. Yes, the outcome is nice. Adding a VIP, getting that rank, getting that extra $100, $250 bonus is really nice, but the focusing on that activity will only get you a certain place, or only get you to that outcome, but the activity will actually get you to where you want to be. Okay. So focusing on the activity and not the outcome. Sorry, I got switched up there. Okay. But helping change people's lives, that's fun. That's really fun. And that's where I think sometimes we can forget and, get caught up in, okay, I've got to hit this rank. I've got to get that incentive. And I'm talking to myself here because, it's nice to see that paycheck rise. It's nice to get a rank. It's nice to be called out and say, hey, you did it. Congratulations. That's nice. We all want that reassurance, but truly helping people feel better, when you get that message on your screen that says, I am so glad you reached out to me 15 times and didn't give up on me. That's so much better than the paycheck. It truly is. It really, really is. And so I'm kind of talking fast, which is fine, but going into Magic Week this week, we have a system to help you achieve things that you want to achieve. And that is the winning day. And if you're not doing the winning day worksheet, you need to be. Even if you're only doing half of it, even if you're doing it here and there, and you're multitasking, you're doing those things that I said, try not to do. At least you're still trying and at least you're still doing it. But I feel like a lot of us right now, because a lot of people on my team, sorry, let me get a drink real quick, are reaching out to me and they're just like, I don't know what to post. I need post ideas, which is fine because that's what I'm here to do. And I don't mind sharing that kind of stuff. But just setting down, I feel like when you want to create a post or you want to do that winning worksheet, and maybe even just brain dumping that night, like everything that comes to your mind when you think of wanting to do a post. Okay, have I done a post on slim? Have I done a post on active? Have I done a post on how this energy has helped me keep up with my kids? Have I posted how this triplex combo has changed my IBS life? Now, these are kind of like some examples for me, but I talked to Alexa today about this, and we just kind of went round and round, and I went and looked at her page, and I was just like, that's another thing you can do is just scroll your page. If you're always that girl with the pink drink, then people are kind of turned off by that. They don't always want to see a girl with a pink drink. They want to see realness. They want to see you are in the thick of something or you're struggling too. So that's where you can get in your stories and then just share life with them, share quotes with them, share your struggles with them. Sorry, now my throat's getting scratchy. I was like, God, please let me get through this call without my throat getting scratchy. But let's not overcomplicate things. So I'm just going to run down some things on the winning day worksheet. Posts. Okay. Make sure we're posting. We have to make sure we're posting. You don't have to post every single day, but right now with Magic Week happening, make sure if you're someone that's still hustling for some shoes, get a post up every single day if you need to. It doesn't have to be about Plexus. It could be about your family. It could be about anything you want it to be about, but getting a post up and getting, I had shared in the Rise Up chat just a few, I think it was last week, and about engagement posts about like, what kind of soups do you like? Getting people commenting on your stuff again will make you feel better. And it gives you also another way to reach out to them in likes and comments and just having that conversation with them and building relationships. So making sure you're posting, talking in your stories. A lot of us are afraid of this. Okay, I was too when I very first started. When I first started, I did my first story through Snapchat, saved them to my phone, and then uploaded them to Facebook, and they were a hot mess. And I think I put a weird filter on them. I think my eyes were kind of like this black color, I remember, and I'm like, what was I thinking? But yeah, I'm like, black. It was weird. It was like a cat thing, like little cat ears or so. I don't even remember. But you go back to these things and you're like, what was I thinking? But we're always going to come back to those memories or those things where we first started something and be like, but look at that growth. Look at how far I've came. And you won't get out of that comfort zone, and you won't grow, and you won't learn how to do something until you just do it. So talking in your stories is a big thing. Okay. Talking about your stories. People want to know your life. People want to know what you're doing to your house. Like right now, I keep getting people that are messaging me, let me see a tour of your house. I'm like, no, you're not seeing a tour of my house. I'm sorry. I'll send you some pictures here and there, but you're not getting a tour of my house. That's out of my comfort zone. And so people truly want to know like about you. So just sharing some things, not your whole life and not airing out your dirty laundry, but sharing things about you. I had this conversation with Danielle the other day too. It's just like, let people know you, because they're going to join you for you. They're going to join Plexus because of you, not because of the products initially. Okay. And then making sure we're adding new people and engaging with them. Okay. Like when I mean adding new people, that means going to your friend list and adding someone new that's not on your friends list. It can be on Instagram and Facebook, this is all on the winning day worksheet, guys. Okay. And not just adding them and forgetting about them, but engaging with them. And a lot of the times when I add someone, I don't just be like, hey, I like your shoes. I'm like, girl, I love those shoes. Where did you get those shoes? I need those shoes. And, you ask a question, so then they have to respond. And then I come back, a week later and I comment again, oh my gosh, your kids are so darn cute. I have 4 kids as well. Not really. I don't have 4 kids, but you know what I mean? So engaging with them. And then I put number 4 in here, use events. Tonight we have an event. We've got to use events. I know seasons are happening right now. People are getting sick. There's lots of just going around, school sickness, everything, life happening. And I feel like a lot of heaviness with not just our team, but people in general. And we've got to use these events that are already there for us. We just have to invite. So making it a goal to reach out, and I'm talking to myself here too, because I've been laying low on adding to events. I've got to step up my game for sure next month, but using these events. And something that I really love now is we've changed our Thursday event to, if you add a new VIP, you don't even have to ask them to invite them to the Thursday event. You can say, hey, I know you're brand new. Let's get your products paid for. If that's something you're open to, we have an event tonight, 8:45 to 9. I'm going to add you to that. We can chit chat afterwards. And if they're not open to that, they can tell you they're not open to that afterwards. But that's just something I kind of do. And every new VIP that I've gotten this month, I've gotten 5, and they're all ready to do the business. They're all ready to either get their products paid for, or they're ready to earn $300-$500. They have said that. So adding them to that Thursday event is a must as well. And then 5, making reels. This is another one that we're out of our comfort zone. It's like stories, making reels. Okay. So if you don't know your niche right now, you can chat with some of us and we can help you figure that out. Sometimes I'm still like, I don't feel like my niche is really me. Is it good? Sometimes I get bored of it, and you have to change it up, and that's fine. A lot of the times we have to make a pivot. Like Rachel, for example, she was sharing a lot about intermittent fasting. She got pregnant, couldn't intermittent fast. So now she's sharing about mom life, and she's fine, right? She's done a pivot. And so you get bored with a certain niche, flip it, pivot and change it a little bit, or tweak it just a little bit to make it you, or refreshen some things, or and so forth. And then lastly, I think I'm doing good on time, power of 3 for the Nikes. Okay, I feel like they did this for a reason this month, because there's something big. I don't know what it is coming November, December. There's always something big. I feel like we say there's always something big. There's always something great, which there is. Plexus is always very generous and always lays out the red carpet for us. But the power of three, I feel like they did this for a reason this month. What did I say? I lost my train of thought. Sorry, I went completely blank. I hate when that happens. Does that happen to you guys? I was just talking and then it goes completely blank. Anyway, but it's not easy. I don't want to say it's easy to get three, but we have to constantly be in our heads of three people. We can get and help three people, and then we can help them help three people. Okay. And I have on here, who has earned the shoes? Who has earned, I have these right here by me. Who has earned some Nike shoes? Raise your hand. Who is officially? Okay. So if you haven't, we all know three people, three friends that need these products, whether it's for weight loss, energy, gut health. Reach out to them and not beg them, but beg them. Say, hey, help me out and get these dang shoes. Okay, it's too good of a deal right now to not get a $150 gift card to purchase some Nikes, guys. Okay. And then if you haven't, who's going to earn them? Raise your hand. Who's going to earn these Nike shoes? Yes, we're going to do it. And it goes back to what I said earlier, speaking that into existence, saying to yourself, I'm going to get these Nike shoes. I'm going to do whatever it takes. I'm going to reach out every single day to 50 people if I have to. I'm going to annoy this person every day until the end of this month, until they say yes. And they're like so annoyed, they're just going to be like, yep, sign me up until she'll get off my back. That's fine. Okay. Tell them something that's been working for me. I'm telling everyone that I'm doing a reset next month, and I'm like, hey, I'm doing a reset next month. Do this with me. And they're like, ooh, you're doing it next month? Okay, I'm going to do this reset with you. They want an accountability buddy. So saying that to them, even if you aren't, you can be there to support them in the reset page, in their messages, messenger, but just telling them that. Okay. And they don't have to know that you're not. They truly don't. But if you are doing one, do one with them. It'll be fun. I think that's all I had on here. So do you guys have any questions? I'm gonna talk kind of fast. Hocus pocus. I need to focus. So everyone, Magic Week. We're going into Magic Week this week. Let's focus. Let's do these things that we just talked about. If you haven't gotten the Nike shoes, get them. If you've already gotten the Nike shoes, get another pair. Get another pair and another pair. Help someone go silver. You get another pair. Okay. It's the power of three. And then teach your team that. Teach your team 3, 3, 3, 3. Okay. Screenshot or take a picture of your pumpkin picture and post it in the Rise Up chat. And I'm going to pick a winner tonight. And I'm going to send you a Hocus Pocus shirt on Amazon that I found. I thought it went with the theme good. So Hocus Pocus, let's focus, guys. Let's do this. I know we're ending a little early, so I'll stay on. I'm going to read the comments, but you are welcome to hop off. And we have event in 5 minutes. So you have 5 minutes to go invite if you haven't invited anyone. Do some voice messages real quick. Hey, we have an event at 8:45 to 9. Come. Okay. Now I'm kind of being weird. I'm being delirious. Okay. You guys can hop off. Bye. Thank you.
Thank you. Say bye.
Bye, buddy.
Bye,
Thank you.
Thanks, girl.
See ya.
Thanks, Kelsey. So good.
Thanks. See ya.
See you later.
Bye, Brandy.